Plain Jane on my wrist, for real. LV on my chick, for real. Waco taking risks, for real. Went through hell to get to this, for real. I'm not puzzle making lists, for real. I stay low and stack my chips, for real. You keep looking for a flip, for real. That's not wealth, that's rich, for real. 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 Really real. Really real. Really real. Really real. For real. For real. For real. For real. No liens on the whip, for real. I get bored, I take a trip, for real. Take a loss, I never trip, for real. Been in shock, I'm not a lick, for real. Don't trust the soul, it's on my hip, for real. Make a move and you get hit, for real. No pictures by the crib, for real. Can't let them know just where I live, for real. 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 Really real. Really real. Really real. Really real. For real. For real. For real. For real. Plain Jane on my wrist, for real. LV on my chick, for real. Waco taking risks, for real. Went through hell to get to this, for real. SOS. 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 I got you yelling SOS. Thought you was a threat. I do real life, do no tip for tat on the internet. We don't do that. See, I've been a threat and I've been a vet. Thought you knew that. We don't cash a check. I don't owe no debts. I've been through that. See you SOS. 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 See you SOS. Need a life vest. Need no mic check. SOS. 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 See you SOS. We don't talk checks. We get to it. We get to it, yeah, we do it, yeah, I go up. We influence, yeah, see me moving, yeah, I glow up. Every time I show up, I can flip my switch out. They act like they know us, but they ain't no dog on big dog. Asking if it's still a flex, say they better go ask Booyah. Never think I'm gon' check, better pull up like whoa. Come to place and I'm the best, I ain't worried about none who y'all. 24, no rest, stand on business, I'm too tall. Thought you was a threat, I do real life, do no tip for tat on the internet. We don't do that, see I've been a threat and I've been a vet. Thought you knew that, we don't cash a check. I don't owe no debts, I've been through that. See you SOS. 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 See you SOS. Need a life vest, need no mic check. SOS. 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 See you SOS. We don't talk checks, we get to it. All in for the jackpot. Every time I want the last shot. Championship ring. Ring started from a mascot. Went to Rollies from a G-Shot. Brand new kettle, no teapot. You should know I don't play. Go sicko mode like I'm T-Scott. Eagle vision from the treetop. Went to image from a green dot. Never had no limit, but I had some Reeboks. Keep it humble, but the fee's not. In the game, no free spots. But I earn what's mine. Nothing less, I'ma shine. Thought you was a threat. I do real life, do no tip for tat on the internet. We don't do that. See, I've been a threat and I've been a vet. Thought you knew that. We don't cash a check. I don't owe no debts. I've been through that. See you SOS.
Good morning all. Hope everyone is good and everyone is well here. Let me see, I'm all systems go, everything is working, need to make sure. So far we look good, just this, there we go. And yeah, let's get it. Look here, perfect. So yeah, hope everyone is well, everyone is good. And yeah, let's start off with the news today. So today is going to be a Thursday here. So today's ADP day for for the USD here. So we have a bit of USD news. We have PMI and ADP and unemployment claims. Labor market is a massive focus for the USD. We have a bit of construction PMI as well for the UK here, but that's not till 12:30. I'm not too worried about that. But yeah, this is going to be, you know, obviously employment data is going to be massive for the US because we're seeing lagging policy effects. What is lagging policy effects? Well, basically, what we saw happen is we saw that the labor market start to slip, right? We see the labor market start to slip. As the labor market started to slip, this caused obviously rate hikes to be more and more of an option here to boost the labor market, right? So we saw rate hikes become an option here, and of course this month is the month of the highly anticipated September rate cuts, right? So this month with the highly anticipated September rate cuts, this will kind of dictate if we're going to see a harsher reduction or a lighter reduction. We could even see some madness and see a 50 basis point reduction, which would be nuts. And this will lead into what? This will lead into basically rate hike bets being priced in the market even more. If we see unemployment claims, which would be today, come back better than expected, where we see numbers come back lower, below 231 here, this is going to be better, and we're going to see we're actually going to see what come into the market. We're going to see a dollar strength and a bit of gold weakness come into the market here. Same with ADP, you know, numbers here as well. So this is what we're looking at, right? So this is the news for today. London session pretty clean. We have a bit of construction PMI at 12:30 though, which is a while after. So let's get into the analysis here. Start off on the daily time frame. Previous daily has thrashed this range, so we were stuck in this range for you know, obviously a week and a half here. We broke out of the range, retested 4 hour, and that's it. That's all it could do. All of that accumulation volume was just a spike up to even accumulate more volume to look like continue down. The question is, are we just going to zigzag? Is this going to be a situation where we see something happen like this, where we pop out of a range, come back in, and then start to try to resolve it? So this is going to be interesting to see. Previous daily closing bearish here. 4 hour time frame also extremely interesting, where we're sitting at support every London session. Yesterday London session we're sitting at support. Today London session we're sitting at support. So it's going to be tough. If I bring back drawings here, we can see the support can be taken as the key level here, right? We can call this support the key level. We can make it a little bit accurate, make it a little box here, just so we have accuracy to make sure we are actually marking in this zone. So there we go. So that's going to be our box here. Obviously it is a bearish session bias today, but sitting at support. We have next support here is our next 4 hour support, going to be running somewhere around here. Let's put that 4 hour support. There we go. That's going to be our next support. And yeah, bearish session bias. We need to look down on the lower time frames here. 1 hour currently has its support here. We have, you know, we did tap into this, clean down to here. 30-minute as well. We do have a support here, so I do want to mark this. And then 15, hopefully it's clean. 15, it's a little bit lower here on the 15, so let's just mark this and see what we can do with this. But let's go here. There we go. So this is where this level is, right? So this is going to be a previous level here. It's like your 30 and 1 hour level. It's actually coming from back here, right? So this is what we're reacting off back here. We've already tapped it with a wick. So I want to see what price does around that level. Below that level, we actually have an option here. This is a 15 level, but minor. So if we get higher time frame closing below here, problem is continuation sells are a little bit tough without structure. Since we're sitting at 4 hour support, right? This is what we're reacting off right now, is 4 hour support. So what I would love to see, is two options here, two options. We need to come down and close something below here. We need to close something below here. Yeah, we need to close something below here. Once we close something below here, if we pull back without breaking lows, I will look at that pullback as opportunity for sells. If we get below here on closing basis, I need structure, heavy structure form before. I need heavy structure form before in order to sell. Now this range is how much? Anything decent? 13 pips enough for us to get break even, all of that good stuff. And then obviously the 4 hour support being major target there. we can deal with that at that spot. So let's just see how price populates in this range, man. We need more information. Yesterday London session range resolution only came with news yesterday, so are we going to see a repeat of yesterday London session? We have to wait and see, right? So let's see how price populates in this range and what we can do. Potential sells could be below here, right? That's where potential sells could end up coming, is going to be below here. So let's see how price reacts in this range. If we're able to get below my little box, that 188,500, which is 4-hour support, to get that continuation. And yeah, we'll take it from there. So GBP USD as well. Let's have a look at another. So this is more looking a little bit more bullish postured after yesterday's news coming in here. And yeah, looking at higher time frame here, let's start off with the daily time frame here. Daily did end up closing bullish above previous structure here, so at the moment showing a little bit of a bounce. Maybe it wants to come back and retest this previous daily support. Still could end up flipping from there, but you know, it's showing a little bit of a bounce here, which may want to come back, retest this zone, and then end up coming down. 4-hour time frame as well, closing at support here. No real bottom wick on this 4-hour. See where our zones are, start to mark our zones. This we can bring, we can clone this, we can bring this up to here. This as well we can bring up to here like that, just to have in the zone. This will be more as a watch, but since news crossed it, I want to be a little bit careful. So bias is actually bullish today. 1-hour time frame sitting at that resistance. We have a resistance a little bit higher on the 15s and stuff, so above here looks okay. I don't like this zone here. See what that is on 5. Yeah, that is a bit of trouble. 30-minute looks good though above here though. I like the 30-minute above. So let's see. Potential buys could make sense to 4-hour support retest. 4-hour support retest is around 5-6 pips. So if stop loss makes sense, yeah, that could be an option. Selling today, I don't know about sells just yet. Counter trend sells will be below the previous 4-hour support if we get structure. So we need to see good structure, either liquidity grab from the high, let it fail, and then we can look for counter trend. Because remember, macro time frame here, higher time frame, we could be a little bit more bearish. I would look for that. If it's going to stay in this range, I'm not too interested. I don't think, unless we get back to the bottom of the range, I think then it's definitely big enough, 10 pips here. But right where we are right now, it's not big enough. It's not big enough for 3 pips here. I don't think 3 pips is worth it, especially running stop loss below the range for 10 pips. It's tough because it's going to diddle in the range, right? So we have to be careful about that zone there. But otherwise, we could be looking on the peripheries of the range or to get expansion outside of that range. So it's kind of what I'm going to be waiting for. I have a quick look at what Dixie is doing here. We had a dump on Dixie. That's why yesterday that news. Reason we had a dump on Dixie is we had extremely weak JOLTS data yesterday. So JOLTS, obviously, if we have bad labor market, meaning that, you know, labor market's doing bad, that's going to be negative for dollar because it's going to entice higher interest rates here. Looking at daily time frame, we could get pullbacks, you know, up to this 102 before continuing down, but it seems like Dixie does want to continue a little bit further down for now before playing out a bigger bounce. If any pullbacks do happen back up to 102 300s, then this is its chance right now. It can push back down here to 101, and then if we see bounces of 101, that's its chance to make a higher low, right? So let's have a look at gold here on the other hand, see what gold is doing today. So we're still stuck in this range on gold. Previous daily did close bullish here, rejecting previous daily resistance here. 4-hour time frame is trying, you know, close a little bit bearish here. Now current one is breaking through. Seems like it's popping up at the moment. We're at 1-hour resistance here. We can clone this, move this to up here, make this 1-hour resistance. So that's what we're sitting at right now, is 1-hour resistance. This 500 has been kind of like our mid-range here. 15-minute as well, sitting at that zone. I'd say above 500 looks pretty clean, to be honest. I don't know what it wants to do in here. What would be perfect is for us to push up right now, tap 500, reject 500, create structure for stop loss, and then we try continue above 500 a little bit more here. Technically, we do have a mixed session bias, so we can look for sells based on the 4 hours closing bearish here. So if this just wants to be one nasty liquidity grab, sells would come below the 4 hour lows here. Let's see what that is on lower time frames. Yeah, that's around that zone. So we need more information for now to look for basically to look for that type of continuation down. We would need change of structure from up here. The exact same setup you had here is what we need up there. This is a nice setup where you have bullish candle, liquidity grab, close above, take the buys. If you do this to the chart, you can imagine that for sells. So that's something similar we would need from top of range. Is we would need this price pop up, grab liquidity, change of structure for sells. So we need that to happen at the top of the range if we want to sell it today. If not, it's going to create a higher low for continuation, right? Obviously we need to get back below the 1 hour as well. So that's kind of the plan for today. In similar ranges, that's pretty normal of gold to be in similar ranges, since we are approaching ADP and more importantly NFP this Friday, right? The gambler's heaven. We are, you know, approaching that that state. So let's see what ends up happening, and we can react accordingly, right? So yeah, I have this 30-minute level marked up. Let's have a look, Tony. This one down here, yeah, that's kind of the same one, but it's showing a little bit different on my chart. Showing a little bit different in my chart. My 30-minute level is here. These ones I don't count because of us crossing through with wicks. This we haven't crossed through with wick yet. So I'd say we did cross through it here, but you know, we still need to consider. So yeah, that's the analysis for today. I hope you guys enjoyed the analysis. And yeah, if you did enjoy the analysis, you know the drill. Leave a like on the stream. 300 of us in here. Let's get the likes up to 150. I would appreciate it. And yeah, let's get it, guys. Let's get it. Let's put the stuff in chat. Did you up the win rate? I think I did. I can't remember. I'll have to check yesterday's stream. I'll have to check. What's this, bro? All right. Morning, Harry. I have a question. I'm thinking coming to Dubai for 1 week. Do you have any idea how much it will cost me? Depends on what lifestyle you want to live here, man. You can go to the cheap areas, no problem. You can live in the expensive areas. It depends what's your agenda, you know. Should we worry about the wicks above on gold? Yes, that's why above, you know, win yesterday. I couldn't make it. Had a big work day. Yes, it was clean gold sells. Ran for like 70 pips. Win yesterday. Win the day before. I just managed. And then on Monday as well, win. So good start to the month, thank God. Three back to back. S5 on 1 hour, yes, if you want to base it off 1 hour. Wicks are a problem though, right? Because we're wicking into this zone. Remember, this is a news candle here. This is brought by news, so it didn't care about this zone. If you look at most recent price action, it's caring more and more about this zone, right? So we have to be careful of these wicks that it doesn't do that. Gold tap 500. Yeah, it did tap 500, but that's what we wanted. We wanted it to tap 500 and hopefully reject. If it's just going to push through like this, makes it hard for us. The only setup was here, but this is too early. I'm not trading at this time. 9 a.m. I'm not at the charts. No, not 8:45. Not at the charts. So it doesn't matter for me, that move. That's the only move you could have taken in this consolidation here is not really an option. Only move you could have taken is that 9 a.m. one or 8:45. Now we need structure to form, and then that's what we can do. That's TP. I don't think you can TP there. It's not big enough, right? Let's say 1 hour does close above. Stop loss below this structure here, since it's 1 hour, 7 pips. That's 3 pips. It's hard. You want to try retest the previous 4 hour support. So I think no need below structure. Yeah, you do in this scenario, especially on 1 hour when you have cascading support. When you have cascading support, you will need that. Reason being is because it could easily retest this. If you draw a line here to see what this is, you go on 30-minute here, it's just a candle low. You go on 15-minute, it's in the middle of a range. If you put it below structure, it's actually below something. There's no harm for price right now to do that and then do this. If your stop loss is here, you're very safe if that happens. Because if this had structure here, yeah, no need. You can just put your stop loss below structure. You don't need it. Right? Because remember, you're going to base this on a 1 hour. It doesn't make sense on a 15. Right? Because 15 has resistances here, lower highs, lower low formation, right? So it needs to be all based on 1 hour. I took a trade on GJ, wanted some feedback. Yeah, I know. I just haven't got to the plans yet. You know, I always get to the plans, so don't worry about that, right? We were just discussing the charts now. We'll get to those plans, right? So let's have a look at the plans. As people want some feedback now, so we need to give it to them. So let's see this. Aggressive with B, but might be able to take a 15 close below. Yeah, I get that, you know, I get that. Sells here again. Bad mindset. This is the same mistake. Kyle, I want you to start doing your analysis at 9 a.m., not before 9 a.m. Dubai time. So about 15 minutes later. And I want you to really focus on this. Right? I really want to focus because this plans, I need to see improvement in this. Every day you're making the same mistake that we discussed and I'm not seeing change. The definition of insanity is doing the same thing every day, expecting a different result, right? Buys up here, you might as well not come to the charts today, right? If you're only looking for sells here and buys here, might as well not come to the chart. That's a difference of 84 to 506. We're talking a massive range. Massive range. So you might as well not trade today then, right? It's like a 300 pip range if that's going to be your plan, right? So always consider these ranges here. Consider this from here to here. Consider what's going on here, right? Because if you were at the charts this time, which was before that, there was an option to go tap into this. You know? Like that would be, you need to be trading way more session based and making sure, because if your plans are going to dictate, like it doesn't matter if you're following along with me, if your plans are going to dictate you buying and selling here, any options that come in here, you're not going to feel comfortable with it. The reason you're not going to feel comfortable with it is because you're like, oof, that's not really what I visioned today happening on the charts. So that might put you off taking a trade, right? Or may make you hesitate to take it because your plans are such on the peripheries. You never want to trade peripheries. This common beginner mistake is buy above here, sell below here, look for the cleanest zones. You know, but your sell and buy zone, 84 to 506, this is like 300 pips difference, right? If you can't catch a move with a 300 pip, the buys, I know, this might not happen all week. This might not happen all week if price doesn't want to break out. You know what I'm saying? So you just have to make a plan that's gonna, because you're not trading, you're trading a session here. So you need to take a trade during a session, otherwise you never take a trade. So make those more accurate. Like, look at these plans, how much tighter they are, right? Look where the buys are. I'll just adjust this to 500, but see, look, very tighter plans, right? This sells make sense. Clean candles to the left, closing below this structure here. More sells. You see how much tighter this is? This is trading the current range, right? That's not a bad idea to get above the 1 hour zone. Same story here, right? This is you did say this option here, which is nice, but the buy option, no. Look, with structure buys above here, this is correct here, right? And look at this. Did this plan play out today? It actually did. But he was able to identify that, which is very important. He's able to identify that if something closes above here, it's going to be important. Yeah, this is all good. See all these plans. Can't see the things over here, but this is where they are. Cool. Fake outs and stuff like this. Yeah, buys above. See, trading the current range, not outside of the ranges. All right, this was when GJ this morning here, 4:45 around Asian session, took a setup 3 here, 15-minute resistance. Price closing, yeah, I think 500 here is a key level. It's also 4 hour round in this zone. So basically your break even at that level, right? Stop loss can go above this candle high. Actually, no, yeah, it can, to look for that quick push. Then you probably get your 1-to-1. Yeah, this is pretty simple here. Yeah. Pull back for sells we discussed. Yeah, this is what I would like. Close above, pull back, take the buys, then up. That would be really nice, actually. Yeah, I agree with that. And that's it, man. Not bad, not bad. Very good, very good. So this 1 hour looks like it's not closing above here. So even based on 1 hour, I don't think it'll be an option to take buys at the moment. Gold is closing above 500, but too close to daily resistance. Yeah, but there's no structure, man. You know, what are you going to do with this candle? You're going to put stop loss below it? 43 pips for a target here of 14 pips. Let it pull back. I mean, there's no option. There's no option. Just because price move doesn't mean that it will create an option. It has to move properly. Do you prefer London session over NY session? I do prefer London session over NY session. See how GJ closed here. GJ closed still at 4 hour support. Is the Discord free? No, the Discord's not free. The Discord's not free. We do have a free Discord though, but you know, for obviously my analysis and stuff like that. That's how it is. That one's not free. Hey bro, how are you doing? All good, man. Hi Harry, hope you're having a good week. Thank you, thank you. Same to you. Yo Harry, was the wick fill tradable on gold yesterday, 15-minute after news? Was it valid? It's a tough one, man. It's a tough one, you know, because of how this candle closed, very limited bottom wick. You know, it's tradable with very lower time frame stuff, but I would have wanted something to close above here. You know, you're looking at more at 1 minute strategy here to try. Even that one, even that's hard, man. I wouldn't say, man. I personally, I don't think I would have done that. Unless you just take this close above here, very small bottom wick, which would make you uncomfortable, break off high, and then stop loss of, you know, yeah, 50 pips here. Could try that, but it looks easier in hindsight. I won't. I have this 30-minute support marked up. Do you think it's valid? I said already that we crossed through it with wicks, so I don't think so. Check US oil. I think it's ready. Ready for what? Ready for what? Well, yeah, it's popping down here. It could pop down a little bit further. We could see it reach a little bit lower here. You know, I mean, if you're looking for buys on US oil, you need reaction. There's no reaction yet. We have a support here. To tap into that, so you need to see some sort of change of structure before it's ready. Very, very bearish trend, so this would be like a pullback trade. This is exactly what you want to see. This type of change of structure. Or this type of stuff, change of structure here. Or even from this change of structure. Could be cooking something. Could be cooking something. Alright, my plan played out on gold. There's a 30-minute fake out and close above 15-minute level, hard BE, but I feel like it diddle in the middle zone already early. What if you at the charts? Yeah, we discussed this. I don't know. People not listening. We discussed this, that this was your plan, and it did end up playing out. I think like people not listening, we discussed this here. This is exactly what I said, that you planned this before. Like you literally have a screenshot here of your plan, and I was explaining to someone how you know, to Kyle, that you need to be looking for trades inside of the range, right? Which will be better. Where is that plan? Here it is. This one here, right? It's valid, but I'm just not at the charts at that time. It's you can take these trades if you've seen volume at that time. It's kind of a weekly thing. So let Monday show you that there's volume at that time. If Monday shows you that there's volume at that time, you can try these trades, yes. I just generally don't trade at this time, as I don't want to be any earlier at the charts, and it's not always we see moves at that time. But if you're just at the charts, you know, then yeah, if you use Monday as an information day to see if Monday gives volume at that time, if that's a thing, then yeah, I would say yeah, BE point is good here as well. But this wouldn't be considered middle of the range, as this is kind of towards the bottom of the range because of this type of zone here. So I would say middle of the range is where your BE point is, right? So I would look at the range like this. Look at the range like this. Middle towards the bottom. So, and we can say this is absolute bottom. So this is lower half. So I'd say it's valid. I would say this is valid. My plan was a little structure, so that put me off too, but you got the structure you needed, right? This is more than, you can't have anything, you can't ask anything more than this, which is create support, pull back, grab liquidity, close back above, right? Then this didn't even close back above your previous 1 hour, boom, close above your 1 hour, next candle, make liquidity grab to the lows, flip. Alright, how will rate cuts affect gold PA? If it's 25 basis point, what will be different from a 50 basis point? So this is what's hard to say. So we might see an initial reaction of upside, but you have to remember rate cut bets have been priced in the market for a while now. We've been seeing rate cuts being priced into the market here. So initially, when the rates actually cut, we could see a buy the rumor, sell the news type event where we see people sell off, take profit. But initially, we could get a wick up, right? We could initially get a wick up. So it's a very tough one. I would expect some form of manipulation during that, as everyone is gonna try catch that magic trade of the first time US is reducing interest rates since pandemic times, right? So they're gonna try to do that. I know. This guy is talking right now, so let's see what happens. Yo, Joel. Hope you're well, brother. Can you check my analysis on free Discord? I don't want to just check all analyses here, but I will do it at end of stream if we have some time, for sure. I'm happy to help the community, but that's why you're here. Correlate your analysis to my analysis that I gave for free at the beginning of this stream, right? We discussed here about my analysis, what I'm looking at the charts. You can say, this is what Harry said today. Let me compare that to my analysis and see if I'm on the right track or if it's a little bit different, right? You don't need me to tell you that. I think me giving personal feedback is more direct for your situation, you know? Can you send me the link to the free Discord? If you can't find the link to the free Discord, I don't think you should trade long term. It's very simple. I see it every 15 minutes being popped up in chat. I also see it in my description of the YouTube video. Very useful. This is classic. So yeah, we can't really, I hate trading the JPY when we're having speeches here. When we're having speeches. We have seen some change in FX market moves, so need to make a fresh look at impact on economy prices. What they mean by that is it's weak, right? Based on our hearings, we expect there to be more price hikes in October, though that when yen was weakening. All right. What's interesting is, what do they mean by price hikes? Price hikes. Are we talking about labor market? Are we talking about price hikes in terms of what? Inflation? If markets are volatile, we must gauge the move's impact on the economy, prices in setting policy. Our basic stance is to adjust the degree of monetary support economy prices on track, but that's not without some qualifications. The current market moves are second round the volatility we saw in early August. Yes, we remember. Which concern over the US. They're blaming it on US. I was going through my full history since joining Exclusive, realized that being on negative months, I started to have BE months and slightly profitable months, and it's really satisfying progress. Yeah, well done, man. That's exactly what we want, and good for identifying that. A lot of people get lost in basically the process, and they feel like they're not progressing. But when you reflect on where you came from, even as a clarity perspective, as a approach perspective, as a risk management, remember, if you are erasing or reversing very bad habits in the market, that's a lot of work that needs to be done. Your improvement could be as simple as, before I used to over risk, now I stopped over risking. That's a massive change, because now you're not going to be a gambler in the market, right? Your improvement can be, before I was lost, now every day I have a process to follow, and when I come to the charts, I don't feel the anxiety of I don't know what's going on and what will work. You remember, this is really key and a really big advantage to be able to come to the markets with such clarity and such an approach where we can show up to any market condition and identify what is going to be an option for us and what is not. That is a form of improvement. Eventually, those first steps of improvement will translate into monetary gains, right? Like you said, Jaish, for you realize you had negative months. Now, as time goes on with you in the exclusive group, it's break even and now slightly profitable. What happens next? Even more profitable. What happens? Consistency. After consistency, it's only a job of increasing risk, right? So this is really important to identify and to understand, is that your progress is actually happening faster than you think, but you're so focused on, it's like, when something bad happens, you're going to dwell on that, right? Because it's going to be a lot worse than you succeeding something. Because if you take a losing trade, you're going to dwell on that instead of all the progress you made of, hey, this losing trade followed my plan. I didn't lose stupid amounts because my risk was managed, and I journaled it and realized, that, hey, there was nothing wrong. I just followed my plan and its probabilities. That's a win. That's not a loss, but people are going to dwell on that and be like, why aren't I funded? Why aren't I progressing? Because that's the only thing on top of their mind is why, not what has been done and what's my next step. And I think this is what people really need to understand in these markets, that it's not about why are you not there, right? It's more about what do I have to do to get there, right? And I think this is a big thing people have, is like they achieve the small results, they don't appreciate the small gains, and then they keep pushing for the big gains, which hold them back from achieving the big gains, because all you're doing is focus on pushing for that and forgetting about, hey, what got you to the step closer towards that was achieving the small things, right? And I think this is a big cycle that traders go through, and where a lot of traders lose, right? So yeah. Gold still pushing up. Would it be nice to have an early trade? Where would you have taken it, man? What was your plan to catch that early trade? What if I'm putting money, why am I putting money on a MAM account? Not sure. Quality facts and gems for free, all. Leave a like. Yeah, if you're enjoying the stream, leave a like. How many likes? 150 likes, 400 people in here? Oof, lacking. Lacking. What's your plan, Manning, for your buys, right? What would be your early buys? You're talking about that option earlier on. This one here. I think that's your only option if you're at the charts, is to take the buys, this one here. But then you had to plan that, right? You had to plan to be at the charts early because you've seen volume the previous day at that time, which is hard because yesterday you didn't see volume at that time. 8, 9 a.m. around here. 9:15 wasn't really doing much. Price started to move around 9:45. So this would be a little bit tough. Obviously now it's just pushing up towards the top of the range here. So we need some form of pullbacks here or something that we can deal with in order to give us a trade. And that's what we'll wait for, right? Read the Dire CEO page last night on your IG. Nice. It's not a bad book. I'm pushing between 2 books. Should probably just stick to 1 book at a time. Buy on GU, could be cooking. Could be cooking here for sure. Since we didn't get the 1 hour close above, we need the 30 or the 15. So both, it's gonna be a 15 or 30. So actually if it could chill right here, yeah, we will have opportunity here, yes. We will have opportunity. Harry, that gold buy was risky because I did buy, but it closed. I wasn't sure. No, it wasn't risky. It's just time. I'm not at the charts at that time. Like if you're going to take trades at that time, be my guest. It's just something you need to see happening this week, right? You need to see that happening, that trades are coming at this time. You did get a close. You did get 15 change of structure. In terms of setup, all the confirmation is there. Clean candle to the left, break even at 4 hour zone. Yes, perfect in terms of confirmation. But just, are you there? Had to absorb it all with 2? With what? With the rule 2, you mean? I think some of the parts of that book, you know, it waffles on a little bit, giving multiple examples. Harry, is your win rate better in New York session or London session? I would say my win rate is the same, but I take less trades in New York session. So there's, you know, I think that maybe that in a month-to-month statistic wise, right? Month-to-month statistic wise, it can be higher. But maybe in London, I take 9-10 trades in a month on London session, and New York there's 3. So that's why it's higher, right? If I took 3 trades in London in a month, it will probably be higher as well. Thoughts if GU creates structure and gives close above next 15? Next 15. I want current 15. This 15 here. So hopefully it can chill. I want this 15. Ideally, we see this pop up now and flip, create 5-minute structure. And then it closes above, right? That would be 5 structure and then the 30-minute close. It would be both together. Why do you trade so early? It's not early. This is Frankfurt open 17 minutes ago. You're late. Frankfurt open 17 minutes. Let's get it. You can see our journal, public journal here. And this is why I trade at this time, as it's brought me success. You can go back, watch. This is a proven journal on stream with the YouTube link and time. I took entry, TP, all of that stuff, right? You can go see there's images there if you just want to quickly see the trades taken. And if you want to watch the video back, you can watch it back to see if I actually took it or not. This is only, not many people have proven journals like this, where it's for you to see, right? Not just profit chilling. It's, hey, have a look where I entered, how I managed, what was I saying, how I felt. Session time change next month or November? Next month, yeah, next month we will be DST change, right? It will be next month. So next month I will be starting stream at 10:30 Dubai time. So around now stream will start at this time. But for anyone in Europe and stuff like that, or US, your clocks will change. Your clocks will change. You take less trades in New York because less opportunities, or you just happen to trade New York less? My main session is London session. That's why I'm streaming London session. When New York happens, I'm at the gym. So how New York session runs, guys, is I send my full plan and what trades I'm looking to take during NY in the exclusive group. We chat about the trades in the NY live chat. Live, we talk about the trades, why we want to take it, and what type of trades we're looking for. There's also a voice chat that happens during NY, right? Voice chat happens there. I send my full plans. Basically, I sent them on Instagram. You guys could have seen what I'm exactly looking for and why, right? So you just have to wait for the plan. So I set alerts based on these plans. I go to the gym and then we work there, right? What can someone clarity that session change again? Yeah, so it's daylight savings. Just type daylight savings in Google, you'll understand. Will NY change to 5:30? Yes, NY open will be 5 o'clock Dubai time, yes. 4 years into trading, but I still learned little bits of you, Harry, to refine my trading. Thank you so much. All good, my pleasure. Yesterday you closed early on gold if I'm wrong. Am I wrong? Yes, you are wrong. I didn't close early on gold. I closed at my target. Gold just ended up pushing a lot more, right? I had my target at the 30-minute support, which was 1-to-1. This was the trade yesterday I was looking at. That would have given me. So my TP was here at the 30-minute support. Actually, this 30 here. So I closed at this 30-minute support, right? If you look at the screenshot, I think I did. Yeah, I did share it here in Harry's trade. Give it a fire emoji. You can see the close here, 89, 89.15, right? Oops, sorry. Here, 89. That's the close. So I closed at 30 support because that was my target. My target was to fill this clean range, right? That was my target. I didn't expect this move to continue since I haven't seen that much volume in London for gold in a long time. So I couldn't expect that to continue. So that's why I didn't hold it any longer. I was not planning runners as well. We're seeing a similar move today. I guess if we get secondary structure, can make sense, you know, but this is pushing up very heavy here. 70 pips is the move I would expect for today, which we're right at. So this is where I'd expect us to top out a little bit, create structure before potentially continue up more. On that gold trade, I forgot to check if we had volume the last same time or not. Reflection, that also felt like I got way too comfy from the trade the other day, so I did not want to call myself a professional trader. And now I'm being patient, not revenge, just sharing some inside thoughts. Oh, good. So London ASP gold is pretty much filled. Yes, but look what we had yesterday. We had structure formed and then continuation. So ASP, no. If we get the same structure formed and continuation, today we can give this a shot. Because yesterday we saw the same thing. So if we see structure formed here and then continuation close above, this will be an option for buys, right? Because we've seen that yesterday. Yesterday, the first move was 70 pips, right? 74 pips. The second move here was another 100 pips. So there's still room left, but we need this structure point here to confirm that, which would happen here. That's exactly what we want. And that would follow the rules as well. So it's a matter of waiting for that. 7 minutes till this close. Can we still chill? If we can still chill, I shouldn't look at it. If I look at it, it will push. If I don't look at it, we're going to be fine. This is how it works. That 5 looks juicy, huh, boys? How that 5 liquidity grab. Damn. 5 looks juicy indeed. We have to wait for 30. Oh, GJ also flying down here. Let's see if we can chill 6 minutes. We need to wait here. 6 minutes. 6 minutes. We'll see. Look at yesterday. Yesterday we get nice close, follow our plan. That's why we get look at this. We waited perfectly. Price closed below here like we wanted it to, right? Today, if we break our plan, if price is just going to push today without us waiting for the close, we would break the plan, and that's where you get punished long term. So a day like yesterday, you get rewarded. That's enough to call your week, right? At least your day, you know. And then a day like today, if you don't follow your plan and you lose, this is where you become a losing trader. So we can only trade according to what? Our plan, right? People taking frequent trades all the time. This is just an attractive model for beginner traders who don't understand how markets work, right? Trying to trade extremely, you know, differently, or closing very early in their trades to count it as a win, to hold win rate high, right? Remember, win rate is a very deceiving factor. It doesn't really matter that much. What matters is percentage gained. This is more important than this and win rate up there, right? Because that's what's going to dictate how much are your losses. My losses are pretty much equal to what I'm making, right? Lose a percent. You never see me lose bigger than I win. Most of the time, it's around the same, right? It equals itself up. If I lose 0.5%, I make 0.5% somewhere else. If I lose 1%, I make 1%. I lose 0.75, I make 0.75. It's all managed, right? Only rarely, sometimes when the market will not give you enough, you might, like here, right? You might make a little bit less. But then that's better than making nothing, right? Took this on GJ earlier. TP just hit. Wasn't sure about the big bottom wick on 15, but was still bearish. 30 closing below. Look fine. Yeah, your chart did not send, so I'm waiting for your chart. We'll see what you took. Kind of guess it's somewhere in here. Maybe this 15 close below, stop loss above there. Yeah, to hold that during the day could be fine. There we go. It's coming now. It's coming. Yeah, set up 3 here. Yeah, with this stop loss, and you held through the pullback. Yeah, I think it's scary with that wick there, but you know, if you're taking the idea of stop loss or TP, then this is fine. This is a trade that makes sense compared to what you sent me yesterday, as you have clean range. Only issue is the 4-hour support, which we tapped already. That could have stopped you out. So I say long term, put more attention to the 4-hour support, because if that rejected from that and stopped you out, would be very annoying, right? That's kind of the advice that I gave to Norbert, right? See what gold is doing. Yeah, market's interesting here, just pumping. I wonder what is pumping prices here. This guy is being quiet now, thank God. See how GU is doing. Is GU okay? Yeah, look at this. This is great for GU. 3 minutes here. If we can just smoothly close above would be good. A lot of tricky levels in the way. Yes, we wanted a smooth close below, right? We have a lot of levels, but those are covered by wicks. If you go and scroll back on the JPY here, you'll see that those are covered by wicks, right? So we're looking for wick fills here, wick fills. So kind of your next level is that 4-hour support, if not this 15. This is where we'd like to see pullback, this close below, pullbacks, deep top wicks, etc, etc. Harry, if you take GU on 30 minute, it should be above already. Well, no, we have 3 minutes. It can close above in 3 minutes, right? So it's just a matter of seeing if it wants to close above in 3 minutes. If it doesn't, then yeah, we wait, right? It's obvious. This is the whole reason we wait for closures. Everyone will skip, oh, there's no trade. Why? Because we're waiting for closures. Otherwise, you're stuck in drawdown. So it's your choice. You either get stuck in drawdown or you wait for closures. What's your opinion on gold? Gold looks good here, right? It's continuing up bullish, but it's not giving us an entry since it pushed early. I'm not buying highs like an idiot here. Like where this is where all of your beginner traders are going to be wanting to buy right now. Wanting to buy right now because they're seeing what they wanted to happen. This is going to cause impulse and emotion. and this is where they're going to take their buys. Some days they get lucky and it will push, some days it's going to fail. So what we need as a trader, we need to see liquidity made. How is liquidity made in the market? From structure and pullbacks. So that's exactly what we need, so that we don't get caught in that pullback. We don't get caught in being messed up here on the charts when we can avoid that, right? So it's basically waiting for the opposite of what happened yesterday, right? Opposite of this up here. Imagine this is yesterday and we do Alt-I. This is how it will look, right? Fills this range, wait for structure, next range is clean, look to fill that range, right? Same thing here, fills this range, wait for structure, look to fill this next range. That's the same thing we're kind of waiting for. How's GU doing? See 5 minute creating structure here. Yeah, 5 minute can get above. How big is stops here on 30? Is it worth it is the question. 30 has about 8 pip stops for a target of 4 pips. Ooh. That's 1 hour resistance as well. And previous 4 hour. But the 15, we can push through that, we will be fine. We have 12 pips up there. So it will be a matter of, can we push through it, yes or no? Yes or no will be the question. So I think we can use that as a watch zone. And if price closes back in the range, we can manage our position, because I do expect probably price to react off that. But right now 30 minute is struggling to close above here, so we're not getting this 30 minute, but 30 minute is closing above its most recent structure, but not above this. So what we can do is just wait for next 50 minute candle to close above. Pretty simple to wait for that. So next 50 minute candle closing above will be nice. We can even run smaller stop loss with that. We can run a smaller stop loss, 6 pip stop loss. GJ 18 pips below 1 hour resistance. Yeah, I think GJ went a little bit too deep here. No top wick on current candle as well. So let's see if we can get a pullback into that zone to look for continuation down. Because GJ now is right at 15 minute support with no top wick. So it's hard, right? It's breaking two plans. You're selling into support and you're trading without a top wick. High chances is going to make a top wick. Stop loss is around 32 pips. So we need either we need pullbacks to try sell back towards this low, or we can look for continuation once we get below the 15 on lower time frame, right? That's another thing we can look for, but of course we need that to populate. Do you normally enter in the last bit of target? I'm not sure what you mean by that. DAX looking. DAX looking okay below these lows, huh? Problem is we have close below retracement, close below retracement. I entered sells on GJ. Oh, where did I move where was my old SPX? Alright, good luck with your trade. Now this is creating the structure we need, right? So hopefully this can form some structure to look for continuation. GJ is trying to make its top wick. Look, reacted off our 15-minute zone and now making top wick. So either two things. Either we see structure formed in here, like this. We will sell below here. Or, right, sell below 188, 129 zone. Or we see it actually all the way pull back up to 4 hour. We start to see it leave and we'll see what magic we can do from there, right? If price just wants to continue pushing below this zone, we will need to use lower time frame pullbacks. We don't have a 5-minute pullback, so can't really do much with that. So we can use 5-minute pullbacks, right? How did you do? Yeah, look at this. Very important to wait for closures, guys. I can't tell you how important closures above zones are, because this would have been you stopped out with stop loss below structure, relying on price to continue up here, right? It's very important. It's very important. But this is the pullback we want. If this now gets above, I feel a lot more confident in upside. Remember, we also talked about the counter trend cells, because we are higher time frame moving a bit further down here. So if counter trend cells want to make sense, this would be the liquidity grab to the high, and we'll say bye bye down below here, right? That's where our sells would come. Above 15 minute? What do you mean? What did I say? Yes, if this goes above the 15, I'll be more confident, because it's done, it's retest, it's done the pullback, has no business getting above that 15. It would just be, you know, probabilities if it gets above the 15 and fails. It's just like, okay, fine. Do that, if you must. How did you know price might go lower in oil in the beginning? Because of price action, right? You can read, you can do your analysis. The same way I do the analysis in the beginning of the stream is the same way I can analyze oil. Oil is in a pretty straightforward downtrend, right? Dailies creating resistances, 4 hour creating beautiful lower highs. I mean, it's pretty straightforward when you see lower highs. So you can just say, hey, high chance we have first zone here. If we break through this zone, we're coming to the next zone, which we just tapped right now. There was a zone here as well. That's another zone we could have reacted, which we did a little bit, but that's the major zone here. NFP this week, as we get closer, sorry, I'm not even speaking properly. We're getting closer to NFP, so we might see some more inconsistency come on the charts. Managed to get some of that gold volume with Thunder move. All right. Took a break of the high. Was there a thunderstorm there? Let's have a look at that. See if that was an option. It was a little bit of a sort of thunder, yeah. There was a little bit of that as a scalp, if you want to try some lower time frame stuff. Yeah, 1-to-1 to get back to that resistance. Okay. Yeah, I'd say it's a little bit riskier since it's deeper. Ideally you wanted that to happen above 500. But I get it though. I'm not going to say it's too bad. I like it and I played out. Have a look here. US capsule oil-backed crypto scam crumbles. 2 days ago, the US Justice Department announced it seized. This is in September 5th, today, huh? Seized at Venezuela, blah blah blah, energy infrastructure. No real reaction we're seeing though, right? Yeah. This just came out now, but oil is not doing much. See? It's actually bouncing. GJ and AJ same no 15 bottom wick. Yeah, we talked about the top wick not being there. Now it's making the top wick. You can see why. You'd be holding drawdown if you didn't wait for the top wick. It's very important to wait for top wicks. Now I'm seeing if this can either pause here, create structure, we can take sells back down, or we might be able to attempt it a little bit lower, right? a little bit lower. We'll see. We'll see how market populates. It's been a year since I've been following you, and I'm getting it when to trade and when not to trade. Before I used to think this is now a setup, take the trade and end up losing. Amazing. And that's exactly it. I try to put in people's brain that that is a very big part of being a trader, is having the ability to know when not to trade. It's very, very, very important here, right? Very, very, very important. And I think people miss out on that. They think trading is coming to the charts every single day and attacking everything you see. That is being a losing trader. That is just a beginner's mindset that people use. And you might see people do that on the internet. They're doing that on the internet to persuade you into thinking, because that's attractive as a beginner, to look super active, like everything's happening all at once, you know? It's very attractive to a beginner. That's why you see a lot of possible other streamers approach that type of method, but doesn't necessarily mean consistency over time, and I'll be careful, right? But obviously I get the attraction there. I was also very attracted when I started to wanting to do something every second, right? I think when we think about trading, we first thing that comes to our mind is active, busy, active, things happening fast. You know what I mean? So I get it, man. You know, I get it. I definitely was like that in the beginning and got taught that lesson very early on, that that's not the case. And what especially made me realize is that in the beginning, I was showing up to the markets every day, trying to do so much in the markets. I was looking at this liquidity, that sweep, 1 minute price action, spent a lot of time on 1 minute because that's where thing was moving, right? Because 1 minute was always doing something. That what happened was I kept taking trades and I was losing. And I'm like, I'm just losing. I don't understand what's going on. There has to be something wrong. And what really was changed my mind is that, okay, Harry, let's look at you at how have you made money in the markets? I made money in the markets from crypto. What did I do in crypto? I found an area of interest that made sense for me to invest in an asset that I believed would continue up, and kept things simple, because simple stupid made me money. So I said, why can't we use that process in a day? Why can't that process make sense in a day? I'm saying, okay, what does that process base itself on? That process base itself on price action, just watching what price is doing. What else is involved in that process? Having a bias. My bias was, hey, I trust crypto long term should go up. That's a bias. How can we technically make a mechanical bias? Well, previous daily and previous 4 hour are going to dictate a lot to do that, as well as ranges, because price should be able to move through ranges. Now you start to put all of that together, you see how the journey comes all together, and you realize actually simplicity was how I initially made money in this market, and more than likely is going to be a way I continue to make money in this markets, applied onto not lower time frame, but applied onto session trading basis time frame. We are not scalpers, we are session based traders. We're looking to catch an efficient move during a session, not scalp and use weird lower time frame hype BS, right? Well, this is what we're doing. So imagine we're like swing traders, but doing that in a session. Imagine each session is a swing, right? Wall Street shit, yeah, but then when you go realize what Wall Street is doing, you fall off your chair, because their job is just filling orders, right? That's their job, is filling orders on their tabs. Okay, we have 500 contracts coming from this company, 20,000 contracts coming from this company. Who can give me the best quote? You know, who can give me this best quote? Yo, Harry, let me show you something. Disgusting. Go to 1 minute and then scroll back in the current range until you see the bearish BS on GU, please. Alright, let's see. On GU. Scroll on 1 minute till you can see the bearish BS. Yeah. That is pretty disgusting. Wow. Look at how low market volume is here. This is just after market open. Yeah, it's pretty bad. It's pretty bad. Definitely no one trading at that time. Right, so we protected ourselves from early buys on GU here. Now we're starting to move down. See what price wants to do. Remember, we can look for counter trend sells if we break this range. Today is bullish buys. Previous daily closed bullish above structure. Previous 4 hour also closing bullish. Not the strongest bullish close though. This is just going to be a liquidity grab. If we can break this 4 hour support. If we can break this 4 hour support, we can look for those sells, right? 4 hour support is somewhere around here. So let's see if that can happen. How's GJ doing? GJ still bouncing. Gold is still working on creating structure as well here. So yeah. Now we're just working on forming price action at the moment. That's what we're working on. Thoughts on EU? You send me thoughts. Good, he sent me thoughts. Waiting for a close above here. What time frame is this? 15? 15 closes now? Yeah, 15 just closed. I don't know if it... I need to see myself actually. What is bias? Previous daily bullish. Same as GU, huh? Same 4 hour close. But now you're coming to 4 hour resistance. So if price can't hold above 4 hour resistance, it will fail. You'll get the same move on GU. 5 minute structures form. I think it's a short, but you do have to watch this zone for sure. And if price just takes liquidity from the highs, yeah, we're above, but my point is if it just takes liquidity like GU did from the highs and fails, then you know I would cut it early, as that could be worrisome, you know, for sure. But it is a shot back to probably these highs if you can reach it. Depends what time you've seen volume in GU as well. Absolutely right. When we enter, we start watching, then watching videos of this strategy and that strategy. Then we think I'm not getting the results. I even follow my plan. It messes our mind. Yeah, because we keep want to change. We want results. So we keep trying to change that something that makes it seem like you're making a lot of money. But realize that a lot of money in the markets is made over time. It's not made quick. Think about all of the top investors, the top business people. Did they make money in a year? No. Did they make money in a month? No. Did they make money over decades? Look at read about Soros, read about Buffett, read about any business person who's actually reached some form of success. If I tell you Elon Musk, everyone will think of Tesla, SpaceX. That was not where his original money was made, guys. He grew PayPal. PayPal was his company. Everyone, when I tell you ChatGPT, did you know Elon Musk started ChatGPT as well? He was one of the founders. Right? So realize that, hey, this is a huge journey. And for money to be made, right? For money to be made takes time. So why is everyone so focused on the latest and greatest? Is because that person is just trying to sell you on something, you know? If it was working so great and they can print so much so quick like that, then why do they have to try push it so hard? Why not just come and show? Like, you see, my approach in these markets, guys, is I'm sharing my experience. I'm telling you what I see and what happens. It's up to you how you deceive that, right? What you want to say about it, what you want to, you know? That's kind of the difference, right? That we see. As a trader, you need to be like that. You can't focus on the noise around you. This is very important. Very, very important. If you get a funded 1 million, you'll get rich quick. You won't get rich quick. You will lose money because what are you going to do with that million? I'll tell you this, man. If I gave you $2 million right now, you'd be a very, very, very broke person. Very broke person, because you'd spend it, family would want money, you'd buy a nice house, it's all gone. Trust, $2 million at a higher level and living a good lifestyle is not hard to spend, right? Because you would help out family, 500K done. You'd buy a very nice house, 500K gone, million gone already. Secure your child's future, boom, 500K gone. Then you have 500K less, buy a nice car, 250K gone. Now you have only 250K left. It's not going to last forever. So it doesn't matter if you get capital, it's what can you do with that capital that's important. Give me a weekend gone. I would invest in stocks. That's my goal in trading. Take it, then invest in stocks that pay dividends. Yep, that is also possible. I like real estate as well. You know, that's more the side I chose, is real estate rather than stocks. The only thing I don't like stocks is, again, you're keeping money in a platform and there's lockup periods and stuff like that. Whereas real estate, tangible asset, you can gain dividends, and if you get a right project, it can really pay a lot more with the right projects, because you can easily gain 50%. Thank God one of the projects I have, it's not, you know, that was my first piece. You know, I only have one piece, as you know, we're starting off here. But it is a pretty good property. Already you get offers for it, even though it's not even matured yet, you know, which is insane to me, you know, because of it's like a little hack that you can have here if you have the right contacts and stuff. See, in 9 minutes, can this candle close below? This candle has no top wick here. I do want it to close below here because of no top wick. That would be a setup 1 here. If we can close below, I'll get a setup 1. 30 minute does have a top wick, but I kind of need the close below. Otherwise, 5 minute might be an option here. 5 minute might be an option, but that's more of the aggressive option. Depends if we want to play it more aggressive, but we could play with half risk here on 5 minute options. Did you lose limit or execution? I market execute. GJ Thunderstorm? No, not Thunderstorm yet. Only thing we could do is try 5 minutes. London open in 6 minutes though. 50-minute no top wick could be a problem, yeah, especially with 5 minute stop loss, because it would go above there. right? Because so you'd have to run stop loss deep somewhere here around 35 pips, just in case it wants to make, maybe you could get away with 25 here, just in case it wants to make a top wick, right? I'd say it's really better if we wait for the 15 close below here. But we also have the option to go half risk on 5, right? We'll just see how it closes. If this closes too deep, it's going to be gone anyways. So we'll just wait for 5 and just react accordingly, right? Geo retesting that support. We just bounced off the support on Geo. Heavy bounce. Gold still trying to create structure here. We have 188 level. Yeah. We're getting close to 188. It's about 8 pips away though. See this 5 minute here, I don't trust this close. I don't trust this close is not closing deep for me. So for me, this is not an option, the 5, since this is closing with the rejection. I would just be gambling here, saying, oh, I'm going to press a sell and hope it goes down, which is not really the way I like to trade. Even though it makes sense to go down, there is a high chance, you know, that we could. The problem is, does it pull back first? And that's where you have to realize, right? Does it pull back first? Reaction perfectly, 15-minute support. 5 minute to 1 hour close. At this point, yeah, there's no 5 minute close with rejection. So you're going to be selling with rejection. Check 15 minute. We're tapping 15 minute. This one that we crossed by wick. That's the problem. We have a lot of zones. But yeah, it is reacting. So I guess we can look at it for sure. Gold setting up for sells. We're bullish bias or mixed bias? Yeah, we are mixed bias with these previous 4 hour. Problem is we pushed to top of range. It's tough. It's tough. I would say I want the same thing that happened down here. Change of structure from here. Yeah, that's what I was saying in the beginning. Change of structure. Change of structure. So this is just not high low and does this like yesterday. Look how we get the same thing. Big push, 70 pips. It's exactly the same. This is what I was telling you guys, right? Measure. About from catalyst of move, 100 pips from catalyst of move. From breakout move, we're looking at around 82 pips. We pull back, close below, we get continuation. Look at today. From breakout move here, 90 pips, around the same. Pull back. If we get above, it's going to continue. So you want the change of structure before continuing down. Because those 4 hours are not the strongest 4 hours, right? Look at the rejection, boys. No top wick. Might even happen. Make a top wick. I consider strong rejection area where we're in. That is true as well. If you trust that area enough, you could put stop loss above the zone and try. It's just we're seeing a very heavy bounce on gold these days. That would only concern me, but yeah. I mean, especially if you get 5 minute change of structure would be enough to solidify or break that idea, because otherwise this is 5 minute higher lows. But you know, totally can make sense here. Is your strategy break and retest? No, it's not break and retest. My strategy is price action. I trade between zones, from zones, and to zones. That's how you define my strategy. I mean, yesterday the gold sells were very clean that we caught on stream here. We want a clean setup like that. We're protecting ourselves from a lot of losing trades though, by just following the plan. And that's you guys, and I'm just telling you guys that so you can notice it on the chart. If you FOMO'd in below the lows here, you're sitting in drawdown, most likely going to be stopped out here. If you FOMO'd into GU buys, not looking so good, bruv. If you FOMO'd into, I don't know what you can really FOMO into. Maybe buys above here, yeah. If you FOMO'd into the retail buys, because this is what we were saying, that all the people would have, you know, a lot of people would here as a beginner would buy into those highs. Not good. Let price create liquidity, which is structure or pullbacks to continue the move. GU might be an option for sells though if it does get below. We shall see in these last few seconds. Would it be counter trend? No, it wouldn't be counter trend. It would be counter session bias. I mean, yeah. I mean, yes, counter trend, yes. But actually, we should change counter trend to counter session bias. All right, no top wick, straight push here. No close below as well. Is being an institutional trader for banks technically a 9 to 5? Yes, it is. It is. So nothing yet on GU here, just pushing through the zone. No real confirmation of top wick or close below. You saw how fast that happened. Not really looking. Plus, there's no setup. This is creating support on gold here. 1 hour closed just above that. 30-minute close bearish. Let's see if we can close above this zone for buys here. That's where the buys would come. Continuation trade. GJ closed doji here. I think with the 1 hour close on GJ, pretty strong 1 hour close below the zone. No pullbacks we've had. So I think continuation for GJ would be a 15-minute closing below support. 15-minute closing below support is going to be the continuation for GJ here, boys. Hey AD, hope you're well, brother. Man, it's hot in Dubai. It's actually getting cooler now, but it's still hot. But obviously, the weather is starting to change as we come into September. Anyways, if you guys are finding any form of value in the stream, be sure to leave a like as well as subscribe to the channel, guys. We are consistently streaming here. London session, most consistent London session streamer here with, you know, I think probably, maybe I think the longest history, definitely, for London session. And we're here showing you the real deal, man. The real deal, how we trade in the markets. And if you find that valuable, definitely leave a subscribe on the channel. Get us up. What are we at subscriber wise? I don't know how many subscribers we have. How much? 63. Should get to 65k, but by the end of the month, hopefully. That is the goal for us. Big goal is 100k. I told you guys when we reach 100k subscribers, I'm going to fly someone out to Dubai. This is gonna be insane. I'm gonna fly someone out to Dubai from our community here on YouTube, and they're gonna spend a weekend in Dubai, and then I'm gonna give them, you know, spend a weekend with me, and then I'll fly them back. I promised that. I said that. So I have to make it true. It'll be pretty crazy. You have to record that. We will. Don't drug them. No, I don't think I would have any reason to do that. Otherwise, how do I benefit from that? Are you giving them advice, like work with them and trade with them? Yeah, man, they're here for chill with me for a weekend, man. Gym session too? Yeah, if they go gym, ideally they go gym. Who's the lucky one? How are you gonna choose? Listen, we need to think about that when we reach closer to the goal, right? They steal my coffee machine. We need to think about that when we reach closer to the goal, because we still have some work to do. 63.2k subscribers. We have a lot of work, so we don't have to think about that now. Now we can focus on us and focus on just trading better. That's always the thing here, right? But if you want something soon, we're close to this. 600 people watching. Once we reach 1,000 viewers during London, share the stream. Let's get this. Let's make this achievement. I don't care if it's just once. I don't care if we hit 1,000 and then go back to 600. We need to make that an achievement, and then I'll flex my biceps on stream. I promise that as well. Those are the two things you get. Yep, the biceps. You remember, huh? Harry, am I still on time to join the Discord? If you want to join the Discord, you have to jump on the waitlist. I have not opened the group since last month. This month I haven't opened, I haven't opened the group. So you have to just join the waitlist and wait to be accepted. That's the only way I'm accepting people right now. 1 to 2 people, first come, first serve. So if you're interested in that, to join our community, we're making it even more exclusive. It's very tight knit at the moment and the results are pushing. So I want to keep the momentum. I don't want to let in 10, 15 people, 20 people at once into the community and then it ruins our flow. We have a good flow. I'm seeing huge success being made. We are getting back to back monthly people passing challenges, monthly people proving profitability. I even have people sending me their journal saying, you know, there's definitely every single month we're seeing massive. And for me, that's what I care about. And I don't want to ruin that flow by, let's say, a bunch of people coming in and then boom, it's kind of like, I don't know, it ruins the flow. You wouldn't understand unless you know what I do in there, because, you know, people are trying to catch up and we just need to keep the flow. That's it. Hi, what do you wait for timeframes to align? Are we going to get a Pip Labs giveaway? We did have a Pip Labs giveaway. The winners were announced. They did message me. I told the team to put them on the free trial. So they're going to get 1 month free to Pip Labs. So yeah, we have some great updates coming to Pip Labs. We are working on it right now. So it's going to be very, very exciting. I'm not sure if you saw on my story yesterday. If you haven't followed me on Instagram, you can check that out. We are going to have draggable boxes. So what that means is that this is just a little design upgrade we're making. It's harder than it seems, but you see how these are fixed? You can collapse them to make your screen bigger, but maybe someone wants a custom size. Just how you have on MetaTrader, you're going to be able to drag this bigger, drag it smaller. Maybe when a news events come up, you can drag it. So very important, right? Very important. This will be a nice little design. We have some data upgrades coming, right? This is how it is, man. This is how it is. So better data coming, and this will be amazing for smoothness. Remember, we are the first backtesting simulation software that has tick data, right? So having even better data is going to be massive. So make sure you guys try the free demo, get backtesting, practice the strategy, get good at the skill. We made this tool because this is what I used to get, you know, to where I am today, and it's a passion-based project. And remember on the demo, I do allow you guys for 3 pairs here, right? You're not the first, we are the first. 100%. No one has made tick data on a browser. It has not been done. They couldn't solve that. We are the first. If anyone has done it, there's other backtesting tick data software. There isn't on a browser, man. It's not possible. That's why we came up with this solution. Right? That's why we came up with this solution. The only way you can backtest with tick data is by downloading a software or downloading MetaTrader and installing the software into MetaTrader. That's the only way you can do it. 1 hour wick fill, well, we reached target, right? So you know the rules about trading when prices reach target. That was your target. You don't have range for the wick fill. Tradezella, but I think you did it first. Tradezella does not have tick data. It's a skipping. Tick data means seeing the candles one by one, guys. Yes, on a browser. Look, you can just have a browser like this. Everything loads. You play the candle speed. This is important to backtest like this, is because you get to experience the emotion. I explained it in my last video. Make sure you guys watch my last video, because I use this software also to explain things for people. Look at this. In this trade here, when I took it, look how I got to see tick data, how I could experience drawdown in this trade, right? Check this out. So I could place the trade here, see my P&L on the bottom of the screen, right? Look, here's my P&L, $13, $14, and then go into drawdown. Now, see me going into drawdown. Obviously, I sped this up 30 seconds so you can make it faster, but this drawdown, what are you thinking? If you skip candles, you're not going to emotionally feel it. But backtest in front of your friends. This is an advice I'm going to give. Backtest in front of your friends and tell them, I want to show you my trading strategy. Let me show you on my backtest. That will pressure you to do good. And this will simulate real life. We do the same thing in our exclusive group where people backtest on a webinar. This week we should run one, guys. And it actually helps. You can watch this video to see how this helps. You know, so this is why, again, it's a tool. I'm not, you know, it's not some fancy thing, and that's how it is. How can I download the software? It's just on a browser, guys. You can try the free version. It's just on browser. You're more than welcome to use it. Right, this is a passion-based project, just how Umar Ashraf made Tradezella as a journal. You know, that's obviously, he built that to help traders. We would have wanted to build this to also help traders to be able to backtest. Now, I understand to a certain point, when you backtest, it can be repetitive because you've already done the work, but we have solutions coming. I can't wait for you guys to see the roadmap. I think this could be a very useful tool for a lot of traders, especially when trying to discover if their strategy is going to work in the future. And that's what I'll leave you with. That's what I'll leave you with. Anyways, we talked way too much about Pip Labs, but we haven't talked about it in a while, so we had a lot to catch up on, right? We haven't talked about it in like a month. GJ, yeah, GJ's bouncing up. You said you took sells. I hope you managed your sells. Remember what we said about no top wick, no closes below either of the 15 levels. So I hope you managed. I hope you managed your trade there, brother. More important to have good risk management, right? Hey Harry, if you want to get 100k subs, just make sure a challenge of shaving your hair. Nah, man, I just want people to subscribe if they're gonna find value on my channel, right? It's just something you do on YouTube, encourage people. It's always nice to grow. It's more of a target, just nice to say you reached it. At the end of the day, we keep this community very the same, right? It's not, if I wanted to get views, I would run this a lot differently. I would promote every week a different strategy that's new and attractive, because this will get views, you know? I will transition though, because there's a lot of videos on my channel that are just pure, like, I can't tell you how much gems are on this channel. It's actually pretty nuts, the amount of videos on this channel. Like, there's so much information, but you know, it can be information overload. We should transition into more videos like this, where I just take you through my day-to-day of trading, show you how trading, business, lifestyle. I think people can resonate with this. It shows you a bit more behind the scenes. Ideally, I would like to hire a videographer to follow me around. Harry, I'm still confused why yesterday on gold I was okay to sell into previous 30-minute resistance. Could you explain some more? Because a wick went through it. It invalidates it because that wick didn't do anything. So the last sign of rejection was the wick, and the wick didn't affect it, right? You'll get the haters to sub. I'm always around here and I don't talk much. I mostly listen and grab the value you offer, analysis mindset. So I much appreciate that. No, I appreciate you dropping a comment, man. So GJ grabbed liquidity towards the upside. Well, it's going up now. It hasn't grabbed it yet, right? GU here went down, makes its top wick. There you go. Why you wait for a top wick? Wonder if it wants to complete a setup 2. This is liquidity grab to the low, setup 2. I'll be worried about this zone here. What is SL? 10 pips, 7 pips to their potential continuation. Can we trust that today is fully bullish, or do we want to get out of the 1 hour range? That's my only concern, is just getting back out this 1 hour range. Let's see how deep this closes. If this closes too deep, I don't like it. I want 5-minute change of structure. If not, we can take the same buys but above here. So just see how this price forms in here. Also depends on bottom wick. If we get a super deep bottom wick right now, that will allow me to do it without 5-minute structure. But remember, trading in the range is always where your inconsistency will come. Are you gonna trade, or you're gonna what? You're gonna trade, or you're gonna what? You need to finish it. Can't leave me hanging. Can you explain the trade yesterday? I was not at the charts. Yeah, it was a simple setup, number 1. We'll see in a minute. We just need to see if we can get a very deep bottom wick here. We can look. If not, 5-minute structure, because this could just be a lower high. Remember, we made, look at what structure is doing. High, lower low. This is a new low, guys. We did print a new low. We're just waiting for a lower high, so we have to be careful with that. 1 15-minute candle might not be able to reverse this 1 hour type structure here, right? Because technically, remove all biases here. This did close below 1 hour support, so keep that in mind. We are buying into a very messy zone, so the more and more I look at it, the more and more it looks crap. How long have you been trading? For 4 years. Gold slowly making its way back to the top of the range. Let's see if we can break through the range is going to be the question. 13 minutes for this candle close. No bottom wick on current candle. How long did it take you to become profitable? It took me 2 years. Are there any tips for holding winning trades? Have accurate targets. Bro, you've been trading for 4 years ever since I knew you? Yeah, it's true though. You've known me for... last year I said I've been trading for 3.5. Yeah, actually now 4.5 years. 4.5, right? A little bit more than 4.5. How many months are we into the year? It's just easier to say 4 years. Next year I'll say 5 years. The year after, 6 years. So we're 4 years and however months since January. That's how long if you want the exact. But I actually been trading a little bit longer if you consider crypto, but I don't think that's the same approach. 2020, late 2020 when I really got seriously involved in Forex. So how many months are we into the year? June, 8 months into the year. Yeah, so almost 2 years, almost 5 years. So with yesterday's gold trade, doesn't all the rejection wicks mean no? Because it tapped the target, man. I'm not sure why you don't understand, but I would have to maybe, if you were on Zoom, I could explain to you with the diagrams. Would be better. I explained this twice. I don't understand what you don't understand, right? So you were 18, 19. I think, yeah, I can't remember, guys. Guys, the journey's been so long. 2019, I invested in crypto. 2019, no, after COVID, 2020, I invested in crypto. Wow. After that big dump we had so yeah, 2020, I was how old? Yeah, 19. Yeah, you're right. No, yeah, you said 18. Yeah, 19. How old am I now? I'm 22 or 20? No, I'm 23. Shit, man. Don't even remember. Yeah, man. Focus on How's crypto? Did you lose or make money? I was very fortunate to make quite a bit of money, more than I was anticipating to make. We're the same age, Harry? Let's go, bro. Harry glitching? Yep. Proof that I'm an AI. Leaked. Harry Sharp is AI. Sent to this earth. So it's interesting. Crypto's made me a lot of money, but I've been in it longer. So what's the reason from moving on from crypto? Because I was a crypto investor. It's different than trading. I wasn't day trading crypto. And when I did day trade crypto, I did very well. I think I like turned 2K to 16K. But all I did was buy dips with high leverage. And of course, that went well. And immediately when Bitcoin started reversing, I lost 4K. Boop, like this. Because I don't know what I'm doing. I just bought and it went up, right? It was pretty simple. But, you know, this is how... and then I needed something that was a bit more consistent. So I jumped into Forex and actually developed a strategy and learned and went through the whole cycle that we speak about a lot of the time. See how GU is doing here. We did get a nice bottom wick here, huh? Not sure what price wants to do. He is very tough with this 1 hour range. Oof, it makes me so uncomfortable that if we re-break the high, we tap 1 hour resistance again. I feel like this is a trade where it's kind of like you risk it for the biscuit and really are confident today that price is only going up, which I'm not with this 4 hour close. That doesn't tell me that. I really think that there'll be such an efficient trade if we can leave this range instead of trying to mess in this range. It's a tough one. It's a tough one. Am I confident today this thing is only going up is the question, Harry. That is the question. Based on 1 hour closing bearish? No. Based on 30-minute closing bearish? No. 15-minute only close bullish? Yes. It's the only thing you have. 5-minute structure? Not yet. Working on it. Yeah, probabilities are not really there. It's more of a early trade that you anticipated just to play out. But I'm not seeing enough confirmation until we cross this 1 hour. Until we cross this 1 hour. I think this might be an issue. Because we didn't grab liquidity from the 4 hour low as well. We came very close to it but didn't finish it. We needed to finish it. If there's one thing I learned in trading is stay out the range. Best way to learn price action, I would say, you know, obviously it's going to be a, what do you call it when it's in my opinion? Subjective answer is going to be my channel. I really put a lot of effort in that. A lot of effort. Yep, I think I made the right decision here. This is why. Never rush into a position, guys. You're better off missing a position than rushing into it without fully checking the big picture. Did you see how I ran down the different time frames, talked myself into it, said, listen, what's 1 hour saying? No, what's 30 minutes saying? What's all the different time frames are saying? Instead of rushing into it because I see something and I'm scared to miss it. I don't mind missing a trade because that means I wasn't prepared enough. And I was just justifying that I have the right, you know? Gold is not showing the same strength that it was showing yesterday where we had quick move after getting above. I think the buys on gold are going to come above here. Still no bottom wick on the 15. Definitely could flip last 5 minutes. Definitely possible. GU trying to close below. There could be a wick fill option in 5 minutes, so we'll stick to the 5 minute, which would be another 30 closing below. Let's see. How can we turn on a subscriber bot? Anytime someone subscribes, it says, thank you. Let's see if we can add that. I'll have to do that later. Can't do it while on stream. Doesn't allow. What does PDS mean? Previous daily support. So it's like the previous daily support. On gold, it should be actually previous daily resistance. I just put it wrong. But it means previous daily resistance. So it's not, it's the previous one, right? Previous daily resistance. So this should be PDR, not PDS. But PDS would mean previous daily support. So previous daily support would be maybe something like this. This would be your PDS right now. Also, if you're messaging on Zoom, you sent it as direct message. Sometimes I can't see the direct messages, so just check that option. Just so you know. It's all good though. When do you delete a support and resistance line? When it's not being reacted off from crossing through twice. But what happened to your sells, man? About to roll TV. You took some sells. I wonder how you managed it, right? You sold at the lows here. I was saying wait for top wick. How did you manage it? That's important. See, I'm picking on you because giving you opportunity to learn today. Free gift from me. Can you give me advice on my situation? My strategy seems to work some months to the T and others it just totally doesn't and I lose money. Did you have this problem? Yes, that's the ability to know when not to trade. It shouldn't be months that it doesn't work for. It should be weeks, right? It should be weeks. So notice it. If there's literal whole months, then that might be that trading strategy that you just trade in those certain months. If it's like maybe a very aggressive trend trading strategy, then you can only trade when there's a heavy trend. So you'll make money in those months, and then other months leave the market. Identify what causes you to win in those months and what doesn't cause you to win, right? So once you can identify, okay, what is causing me to have the extra losses? Is it price action, random pushes, blah, 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 right? That's how it is. If gold close above, we're taking, up to you. If that's your plan here, if you want to take that. We'll see if it can close above. Stop loss here around 48 pips. First target here around 20 pips. GU as well is closing below here, so it's 2 trades happening. Which one do we want? Which one do we want? See if gold can close above as well. I wish this had a bottom wick, then we can run stop loss below that. I think we can get away with 35 pip stop loss. Alright, that closed below here, guys. Be very careful. Close below for me. We can move this a little bit higher. That did close below. I don't know if I trust it. GU at the moment. Oh, wow. GU left long rejection here. That's interesting. That looks nasty. Yeah, it's a bit of sketchiness here. If we close below the 5, I'm interested in GU. No, we didn't. 5 is here. How to tackle this, to be honest, because this is a little bit risky here. If we close below the 5, pretty simple setup here on GU. I would take it break of lows for sure. I would be in on that, as we avoided the fake out here. Take it break of lows, very simple. 30 minutes closing doji here. 1 hour is How did GJ do here? GJ is on continuation. Yeah. I'm not trusting these sells. Buys didn't close above. You know. We need 9 more likes to get to what? Oh yeah, our target. Yeah, 9 more likes. Yeah, I'm not really trusting it. Gold closed below here. This didn't close below 5-minute resistance here. So I'm not going to push it. Because I wanted to close below that 5-minute support, sorry. It might happen in the next 15-30 minutes here. Gold as well might end up playing out in the next 15-30 minutes where we get a close above here. But for now, we have to play it on the safe side and follow the plan. We didn't get the close above here on gold. At the moment, it's rejecting this resistance. Look on 30-minute, we're already in a setup. I mean, yeah, if you want to trust that, I'm just trying to trade lower time frame here. I don't see what setup we're in on 30 minutes since we closed. Maybe your chart looks different, you know. So what setup would it be? I mean, if this 30 closed below, yes. Yeah, I mean, your 30 closed below, mine didn't. I need to check broker. That's the one who's going to call the shots here today. Who's going to call the shots is my broker. On my broker, did we close below? Yeah, we did close below on my broker. So technically, yeah, we are in that type of range there. So I'd say it's kind of gone now. Yeah. It would be different if I saw that. This broker kind of messed me up here with this 30 not closing below. You have a top wick? Yeah, but it's kind of gone now. It's pushed down now, right? So we did close below on that broker. Oh, this one has no top wick. On my broker, it looks more like this, where we did close below. Let's see the broker. I don't know how I want to play this. I don't really trust that 5. Let's see the 1 hour if it closed below on broker. Yeah, 1 hour did also close below. Okay, let's see our range here. We need to make sure it's viable. Five pips are there. Triple rejection wick. I don't like the triple rejection wick. Bad sign. Higher lows on the rejection wicks. Respecting 5 minute. I would say that we could look for sells if we get a 5 minute close below for continuation. If not, this is looking a bit rangy. This is looking a bit rangy. I'm not going to rush into this. Remember, today's ADP, tomorrow NFP. We could have inconsistency in price action as we get closer to those news events. I see this happen a lot. As we get closer, because GBP USD is a USD based pair. So what I'll be waiting for is a little bit more information as well on this. For GJ here, let's see if it can form change of structure, maybe to potentially continue down. If 4 hour does end up grabbing liquidity like this and closing bullish, we could be looking for buys by NY, but that's not going to happen for another hour. Gold is rejecting off that resistance, which is why we didn't take buys break of high, since we closed that resistance. But if this can reject like this and then next one close above, can give options as well. So you kind of have to wait for that. So keep that in the back of your mind. I'm gonna call it here. I appreciate everyone showing up to stream. Good stream today, good analysis. We avoided a lot of losses today by sticking to the plan, and this is amazing, right? This is what we want. Unfortunately, nothing came on stream. It might come out a little bit later, and we might be able to take something, but this is why it's important for you guys to watch the stream and learn, right? I'm not here to spoon feed you all the time. You have to learn. You guys get enough, so make sure to apply the skill here. So appreciate everyone showing up. Thank you all. Hopefully catch you guys tomorrow. With that being said, take care, trade sharp, and hopefully catch you guys very, very soon. Peace. See you guys.